Hello everyone, Charlie here, and today I'm going to show all the charms and outfits and loadouts that we use for the run of the game, so people can know what to wear and maybe get motivated to speedrun in the game. So we're gonna start with the broken armor. The broken armor is actually really specific for one category only. And this outfit is if you want to run Iki Island. You either can be 2 islands, New Game Plus, any difficulty, or Iki Island, New Game Plus, any difficulty. Why? Because after rescuing your horse, if you die in any place on Iki Island, you are gonna get capture and you are gonna go to Fort Sakai. So the enemies are gonna capture and they're gonna take you to Fort Sakai. That's kind of the story. So because we know that, we after getting the horse, we go to an animal sanctuary so we can unlock that point for first of all later. And we want to actually die there. So we go to that place, we get killed, and we got teleported to Fort Sakai. So we can continue the story. In any difficulty, you have a lot of health, and damage of the enemies is actually not that much. So you kind of want to die quickly there. So we use this outfit and this charm. And this is the only one that matters, actually, because every successful enemy attack kills you. So you want, after that, you want to use all your resolve with the horse charge, getting to the animal sanctuary, and getting killed. So in lethal, that's not a problem because it's lethal, you die quite quickly, but in any difficulty, it's actually quite slow. So this is why if you plans to do 2 island any difficulty New Game Plus or Iki Island any difficulty New Game Plus, you want to have this one. In 2 islands New Game Plus, you begin with this one, so you actually don't have any charms in the armor. So you might put you can put it in this one, you can put it in this one, you can put it in this one, in this one, in this one, in this one, it doesn't matter. But if you are going to do 2 islands, you want to have this charm in another outfit that is not this one. I put it here because I don't do 2 islands as much, I think. So I have it here because I use it when I do any difficulty in Game Plus, Iki Island. Then we have the Ronin Attire. So this is the Ronin Attire that I use for Dual Rush. Dual Rush is kind of tricky. You can go with this one. You can go with the one that we have for Gosaku, for the one that we have for Sakai. I think it depends on how you play. This is like heavily on the odds because you have 5% of double damage, 10% of double damage, 10% of double damage, fortune. So if you get very lucky, you might get like double damage a lot, but you are kind of playing on the odds of getting it, but you could get like this ferocity or precision in here, but it is gonna depend how you play. And this is also used in Lord Chimura. So in the case of Lord Chimura, you might want to use this one or another one. I think it's also like a judgment call how you play, but you could also use this one for Lord Chimura. So one important thing about Lord Shimura that is also useful for other places is that if you have, so first you want to go to gameplay and you want to enable armor loadouts, because if you have this off, you are gonna get all your armors with the same outfit. So you need to get this on. So what happened is that if you have this loadout of charms and this armor on, and you go to a cutscene where you change outfit, like for example Ghost from the Past, a Darkest Night, or where else? Or the Tale of Lord Shimura. Also Blood in the Grass. You put armor in a cutscene, right? So if you have this, for example, this charm loadout, and you do Ghost from the Past, where you put the Sakai armor in a cutscene, you are gonna put these charms in the other outfit. So you need to be careful what you're wearing when you go to a cutscene where you put an armor, right? So in the case of Lord Shimura, in the cutscene, when you go and play the flute in the dock, you put the Ronin Attire. So if you want to get this loadout for that fight, you have to put the Ronin Attire before that cutscene where you play the flute at the dock. And if you want to wear the Gosaku's armor, which is another option for Lord Shimura, you want to put on the Gosaku's armor before playing the flute in the dock. So be aware of that. Then we have Gosaku armor. Gosaku armor we use for the duel against the Khotun Khan. So the Khotun Khan guard, like the white bar on the health bar, it's pretty strong. So you want Blue Jonin here. So you want to stagger the enemy like really fast, and ferocity is obviously for melee damage. So as I said, you can use this armor or this charm loadout for Lord Shimura as well. You can use this one, or you can use the one this one here. So it's gonna depend on how you play. I know Elk uses the Ronin Attire, but in my case I use Gosaku's armor. But I will say that I think it's better to use the Ronin Attire because we used the Gosaku armor before because we didn't relate as much in Resolve as we do now. So I will say that it's better to go with the Ronin Attire for Shimura. Then we have the Sakai clan armor. We use this one for all the other duels. We use this for Ryuso 1 and 2. We use this for Temuge. You could use this one for Kunbish, and you use this for the Eagle. You also use this one for if you do 2 islands, you have to go to the place where the Iki Islands start, and in that place, because you have the introduction of the shamans, the enemies actually don't have the ability of get scared, so you don't use the ghost armor there. We use this armor there because it does more damage, so you want to kill those enemies as fast as possible, and because they can't get scared, you want to increase the amount of damage that you are doing. So we use this armor there, and we also use this armor in the boat in Iki Island. So when you find I think it's a Lightning in the Storm, the quest when you have to destroy a Mongol boat in the shore of Iki Island, The first boat, it has 12 enemies, and they also can get scared. So we actually use this armor because, again, you want to do as much damage as possible. So this is the way to go. You see Ferocity, Bludgeoning, and we have Nihiyagahi no Mikoto. And this one is going to depend on how well you play. So this could be also like a judgment call. You could use another Bludgeoning here if you feel like you are gonna get hit. For example, if you are not as good for the duels, you might get hit, so you maybe want to put another Bludgeoning here. You could also put a Mizuno Kami here. So your parries are better. I will use this for the eagle, for example. I will use this for the eagle, but because the fight with the eagle is kind of interesting, it has 2 distinct phases. So you can get to the eagle, you can do like Dance of Wrath, but it's gonna get a point where the eagle is going to trigger an hallucination. So you lose all your resolve. You can use it in between, but it's useless. And in that hallucination, you actually have to do a normal strike on the eagle. So you can do a heavily strike, Dance of Wrath, or like another type of attack. You have to do like a normal sword attack. So one way of doing that is doing a parry, and then you hit the eagle and the next stage should trigger. You could also do a perfect dodge or a normal dodge, and you can then hit the eagle and it's gonna trigger the next stage. You're gonna have all your resolve back and 3 Dance of Wrath, and the fight is done. But if you are not as good in that phase where you have to do a normal attack, you maybe want to use this one. But if you are like very good, and you have confidence you are not gonna lose any health, this is the way to go. So it's gonna depend like how you fight. But if you are gonna do only New Game Plus main game, you never do you never do like a real fight. Is all 3 Dance of Wrath for all the enemies. So you should be wearing this for New Game Plus main game. For Wiki, you could decide. It is a judgment call if for what you want to change this one here. Then we have the Kensei Armor. The only place where you use the Kensei Armor is in the boat. So after the duel with the Khan, you go to the boat, and then you have to kill the Khan, but the Khan is like a normal enemy in the boat. So we have versatile skills that we use, that you get in Iki Island. It doubled the effect of a minor charm if it's the only charm on the category. So that's why you have all different minor charms here. So you have efficiency. In the second phase at the boat, you shoot some barrels at the top, so this is nice. This one is after the fight. You go to the left, go to little rocks, and you jump from there. You land perfectly, and you get resolved for the fight against Shimura. That's why the armor that you're gonna be using for Shimura kinda has changed. Has changed lately, because you don't have to worry much about having resolve for Shimura. Fire Doctrine, because you are going to make in a lot of explosions, so if you get enemies scared, is nice. And Advantage, because you're going to be using sticky bombs, you're going to be using black powder bombs, so Obviously, having the ghost weapons do 40 more damage because you have versatile skills is very, very nice. Then we have Ghost Armor, which is the armor that we use most of the time. This armor depends on scaring enemies. So a good thing about scaring enemies is that the enemy count as defeated as soon as they get scared. So they are gonna be like running around, like escaping far away, but as soon as they are scared, they count as defeated. So it's very nice. And the way that we abuse that is with fire. So we have Charm of Incineration that if Block Pepper Bomb, the enemies catch on fire, and if they touch another enemy, that enemy is gonna catch on fire too. We have versatile skills that double the effects, and we have Steadfast Fire, which increases the length of a Way of the Flame, which is very, very nice. It's a really, really long time. So if you put enemies on fire, they can get scared. Fire Doctrine, they have a 50% more chance of getting scared. With Fortune, they have 50 more percent. That will be 7.5 more percent. And then we have still skill. So all these two are double again. So enemies get scared really, really easy with this one. And you have Yuriko's Keepsakes. And this one made the enemies get poison with a normal arrow. Or lethal, this is very nice because on lethal you get less resources. And one of the resources that you get the most, even in lethal, is normal arrows. So you have 50% chance, you have 30% chance, and you have double again. So the chances of enemies getting poison is very, very high. And a very good nice about poison is that the enemy is gonna consider defeated as soon as they are touched by the poison. So if you poison an enemy, the enemy is gonna do like an animation where they get hit, they like kind of tumble, they puke blood and stuff. And even though that's like a really long animation, they count as defeated as soon as they are touched by the poison. So this is the armor that you use the most in the game. Then you have the Mongol commander's outfit that we use for all the parts that you have to be stealthy with Mongols. That will be the first quest of the game, the Warrior's Code, and also the one in the lighthouse. I think it's called I don't remember the name. A Gathering Storm, I think it's called. This one is just for if you get some stuff, you get more, so then you can sell them and get more stuff. This one is very important because at the beginning you go past some block butter bombs, so you want to have double. So this one is like the most important, and of course all these four is just for more stealthy. And there is a place where you needs to be stealthy, but you can wear the Mongol outfit because you want to be stealthy among samurai. So we use the Fundoshi for that. And this is for Heart of the Jito. It's the same loadout, but in another outfit. Oh, I forgot. You use the Mongol outfit also for a darkest night, when you have to put poison in the Iraq for the Mongols. So those are all the outfits that we use for Ghost of Tsushima. So hopefully this is gonna motivate you of playing the game. If you have any doubts, put it in the comment, and maybe you get motivated to do some speedrun of the game. So I was Charlie, and I hope you have a nice day.